Go live. Everybody, to OP Digital Blueprint, Unveiling Success. Collins and I are going to chat to you today about ONPASSIVE. What is it? How does it work? And what can it do for you? So, Collins, say hello before we go any further.
Hello, everyone. Nice to be here again. This is OP Digital Blueprint, Unveiling Success. Yeah, it's a place to be. Yes, just greeting, Andy. Hope we're having a great day.
We're always having a great day. You know that, my friend. And good morning to you from Illinois. I'm glad the sun is shining for you because it wasn't here, but hey ho. Anyway, Collins, tell us, what is ONPASSIVE?
Yeah, so let's look at ONPASSIVE. I know a lot of people, they've been asking, especially new people, seeing this word ONPASSIVE, and they say, what is ONPASSIVE? For the founding members, I know we must, at this point in time, know what is ONPASSIVE. But for those who are new, for the benefit of that, let's look at ONPASSIVE definition. So ONPASSIVE is what? It's a global AI IT company, that builds, SaaS solutions, software as a service for medium, or say small, medium, and large corporation. So what we can get from it. So we're just talking about building everything, putting it in one place, a one-stop shop with a single sign-on. Everything is automated and it's all done for you, inbuilt with artificial intelligence. And we know artificial intelligence is the order of the day. So that's a short, just a brief definition,
Very brief,
about
yeah.
ONPASSIVE.
Okay, so my thought process on what is ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is a company that's created a suite of digital products that everybody uses today, whether it be email, a trim tool, a video conferencing tool, an HR management system, a tracking tool for your website. Whatever it is, we've got the tool. And what's interesting from my point of view is that all of these products are far superior to what's available today because they are AI induced. So, and I love the analogy that Collins usually uses. When you've got a software product, you have to build a foundation for it. So the vast majority of these products are built on a foundation of a two-story property. But in today's situation, today's current climate, we need to build that foundation so much wider. So what ONPASSIVE has done is created this huge foundation to be able to build on and add on and add on and add on ad infinitum without having to have the potential issues at some point of the foundations collapsing because you're trying to build a skyscraper on a two-story foundation. So we've got all of these various different products, and we've got several in the ecosystem right now. And as Collins quite rightly pointed out, it's single sign-on. Now that makes a hell of a difference to everybody that will ever use these products. But I want to go to the next level before we cover this. So Collins, how does ONPASSIVE work?
Yeah, so I will look at it in terms of products. For how does it work? We know every solution is built, within ONPASSIVE. So because you see, sometimes people always talk about, oh, you know what, maybe it's, like the naysayers, they always talk about, oh, there wasn't any product. Now there's product. Oh, maybe they just bought it somewhere. So we're talking about a group of engineers, thousands of them in Hyderabad and in Dubai, building all of what we are seeing today, the video conferencing platform, which is the best of the best, OMail, which is there, ONET, which is social media applications, OTrim, which is there, all of them integrated within the ecosystem, OES, with a single sign-on. So when you look at it, you said, okay, how does it work? You know, to put something like this together is really massive work. You know, when it comes to single sign-on, it's difficult. And why do we need single sign-on? Why? That's the question people always ask. Why not a standalone product? But then we're looking at the business climate, especially at this modern day and age, where things are moving too fast. People want to cut down time frame. They want to make more money for less, you know. And how often do you have, say, you're using a lot of products and you have to log into this and that and that. Sometimes you go over the weekend, come back, you forgot all your password and you have to call customer support. That's time constraint, you know, you're wasting time. And when you call customer support for, you know, reset password, you know, your case is always P3 because they will deal with the higher priorities before they come to you. Before they come to that particular case of, oh, let's reset some of this password. You know, the time is already gone, half a day, wasted for nothing. Now, Mr. Ashmofara with the team, they look at it and say, now, how do we solve this problem? You know, these are some of the things. How do we solve problem of time where people can just come into their job and do exactly their job rather than doing things that are not really necessary? Sometimes you waste time, a lot of time doing something else because you want to get everything in place before you start the real job. That will take you about 15 minutes. Now, this is where single sign-on come in. You log in once and you can navigate all the applications. So all the applications, they are all integrated together, you know, within the ecosystem where you don't have to log in, you know, to all of those applications. So just imagine you get into the ecosystem and you can use OTrim without logging in. You can navigate to where? To a meeting without logging in again. You know, click on the button and they say, oh, there is a meeting here. You just click on the link, bam, you are there straight away. You can just open your mail, read it without logging to, like the way you have to go to Gmail, log in, log out, all of those things. You know, go to ONET, log in, log out without doing all of these things. You know, and more application, more and more, all staff will come, which is human resource. You have to log in. You don't have to log in, log out. So you come in for one, and you can use the free products. And if you deem it necessary as a company, you can just, maybe if it's a purchase product, you just buy it and then you can log in. The power of single sign-on. All of them with multiple database all sync into one database. So you can update a function or your credentials on one application and the system seamlessly, you know, update, you know, your credentials or your credentials on other name, maybe your profiles like that, you know, on other applications. You cannot get it anywhere. And that's the power of ONPASSIVE, putting all these solutions together. It looks easy, but it is so difficult to put everything together. But there we go. ONPASSIVE come with web application all put in one place.
I think what's very important is for all of us, we've got a fair few on this evening, but we need to share information with everyone that we come across and who is already in our group, because I don't think the vast majority of people still get this. Now, you've talked about single sign-on, and I think it has to be pushed. The point has to be pushed because normal companies, most companies have different software products. So they'll have one for accounts, they'll have one for HR, they'll have one for recruitment, they'll have one for key personal indicators, and they'll have one for something else, communication. Now we have, or very shortly we'll have, a product that covers all of this under one roof. But the difference is that, as you quite rightly pointed out, you'll need a password for this. You need to log out of that and log into this, and log out of that and log into this, and log out of that and log into this. Everything is here in one place. Now let's take this one stage further, because we have a few products in the ecosystem right now, and we know that there are over 50 products coming. But we currently have a video conferencing platform which enables 10,000 people to be on the call, attendees. It's at a far, far lower price point than the nearest closest rival. But there are so many additional features that are included in that product that the nearest closest rival doesn't have. And soon they will add further add-ons. Then we've got an email system that doesn't allow spam. It has a lockbox. It's unlimited size files you can send through, etc., etc. And then we have a social media platform, which is a correction to the corruption. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that you have to prove who you are to have an account. You cannot simply set one up and go, I'm going to be Bernie Madoff today, the guy that's conned people out of millions. Right, so I set up an account with Facebook, and all of a sudden I've got all of these people following me. No. What we have is a situation where you have a true social media platform, and that platform ensures that you're talking to the person that is noted in front of you. So there's no trawling kids, there's no grooming children, there's no cyberbullying, and there's no fake accounts. So this is a true social media platform. So every single person that I've ever come across complains about the other one, complains about the privacy laws, because we know that things are suppressed or taken out if they don't like what you're saying. We know that you can have a fake account because, listen, I've been contacted by many people over the years who claim to be so-and-so and are totally different to actually who they say they are. I don't want that. I want to be contacted by people that are true to who they are. And that's exactly what we have with ONET. Now, we also know, Collins, that there are so many more products coming out and so many add-ons for the existing products that we've got that this starts to get exciting. Now, why does it get exciting for us?
Yeah, so Andy, you just, because as you rightly said, most of the products will have a lot of add-ons, and some of these add-ons you will not find them anywhere, and it is so difficult. It is so true, but sometimes when you ask yourself, how do the detect him doing all of this? Is so crazy. Because, for instance, if you take like the video conferencing platform, how many add-ons have we had just of recent? We've had stream to YouTube. We've had unlimited upload presentation. You can download you can download the chat. You have speech to text on the chat. So you can just mute yourself, talk, and the speech to text is AI driven because you don't even have to push the send button. What happened? You just say send, and the system will just post it for you. So when we look at old mail, we know add-ons will be coming, but let's look at old mail, with what is now in the market. Some people have already taken a close look. What if there is an email where you can just speak and the system will just write it for you? Will you say, yes, you want to waste your time writing and writing and writing, or you're happy to just speak and the system will write it for you? What if there was a mailing system where you can just, you can receive a very long mail, and sometimes you come back from work or what you are doing, you're so tired, but they tell you that mail is very important, please read it. You push a button and the system will read it all for you, and you can just reply by just saying, speaking, and the system will write it for you. Will you say no, you don't want to use it? Do you want to still go to the old traditional way of mailing? What if there is an email where you can just sit and record video yourself and then send it, and the recipient will receive it and see the read? Sometimes visuality is more important. Sometimes people want to see you. Sometimes you are in a bad mood, or we are not praying for something to happen and have an accident. I say, Andy, my hand is really aching. Look at my hand. I just say, Andy, this is what I was just trying to explain. and I can just send to you by video mailing. I say, wow, Collins, this is really serious. I can see it's really serious. You know, these are the functions, you know, interactive functions which we are receiving. What if there is a mail that can give you a total analysis of your activities throughout the year? Inbox, outbox, deleted mail, this. What if there is a mail that you can have a secure department folder? Only you yourself can access it. Because you go to somewhere, a lot of people are sharing email, but you can have it. Will you say no? So we can go on. What if there is a mail where you can have read receipt? You know, company will die for that, because how many times sometimes they send an email and people like that didn't receive it because you don't want to take ownership of it. But when the person push that button, read receipt, you can either decline it or accept it. Whichever way you do, the system knows that you received that email and you've seen it. Will you say no? Who will say no, they don't want it? This is all mail for you, the power of AI. And we can go on and on and on. What if there is a trim URL that can give you a total analysis of your activity, marketing activity? Part of O tracker is in. Heat map. There is no trim URL, you know, you can talk about except O trim. So, Andy, these are the few functions we can talk, and there are many more.
Oh, there are loads. I find it quite amusing because you often see Bitly or Tiny URL used, and we know that that costs at least $25 a month, whereas OTrim is free. So I don't understand why people would have to pay for something when they don't need to. That doesn't make sense to me. But Janet Butler's made a very good point here. She says, I have more than 10 websites booked in my folder of tools I use on a daily basis for work. Another folder with almost 20 websites for my personal life, which is brutal. Now, the whole thing about this is that it's going to make life easier, not only for individuals, but for companies. So I want to move on to this because we're going to make this a brief one today. But tell me what you think ONPASSIVE is going to do for you.
Andy, a lot. You know, I will look at it from the product side. Then I look at the value that ONPASSIVE is adding. You know, the difference that I will get from using the product. For instance, I just mentioned OMail. The added value, time frame with the single sign-on. Like Janet Butler said, Janet Butler started using OTrim. Look at the difference. That's the difference that we're talking, difference that ONPASSIVE is making in people's life. You don't have to pay for OTrim because you just have to come into the ecosystem as a free user. You know, no fee, no charge, and you can use OTrim to start your own business. You know, use it out of your own business, trim whatever you want to trim, monitor it through the heat map. This is the difference that ONPASSIVE will start to make for me. Long URL, I can trim it. Email, I can trim it, you know. Now, look at it. The moment I click that button and say, you know what, Mr. Ashmofara, I love what you are doing and I want to be part of it. I click on that blue button and said, I'm happy to become an affiliate. And then purchase one of the products. Because remember, there are free products. You don't have to go for it if you don't want to. You can be a free user till thy kingdom come. It's actually build it for everybody. You know, now I say, you know what? I want to partake, and I click on that button. Get O Connect, because O Connect is one of the paid products we have now in the market. And now it's affordable, really, really affordable. $93, and you in. What will happen in my life, Mr. Ashfara will go now, start to work for me. The system is automated. They will drive traffic to my site, build my website, put that product there. Like I have an online shop. I always use it as an online shop. Mr. Ashfara will create my own sector within ONPASSIVE, my online little shop, put it there, send customers. What will happen? You know, I will start to see commission coming in bit by bit, and my business will grow. Though it is not a get rich quick, but over time, you know what will happen? I don't need to work again. Over time or years, my job will become a hobby because I like to be in the IT industry, which I love so much. I just want to do it because it's now a passion to me. You know, sometimes I ask myself, do you really want to quit your job? You know, because it's just part. Now I can decide to share my brain, just give the knowledge out because ONPASSIVE taking care of my bottom line. I don't need to work again for money. My job now will become hobby. This is exactly what ONPASSIVE will do for me. First, the free product, which I love. And secondly, the knowledge that I'll gain. And then my bottom line will be taken care of out of nothing, out of the blue. You will never get it. Where have you ever seen a company where you are using the product and you push a button and say, yes, I want to get commission, and the company will start to pay you? Where? Let someone show me. You use the product and they are paying you if you choose to.
I think this is where the business perspective comes into it, and I'm going to look at it from a totally different perspective than you. Yes, the products are far superior to what's available on the market, but that's the key here. So I've looked at it from a point of view of saying, okay, I need a business. My business has kind of died a death after COVID. Thanks very much, government. And now I need something that's going to give me a regular income, a residual income. And so I look at this business and I go, okay, there are several things that I don't know how to do. I've never learned them because I'm a figures guy. But now I found a company that does the bits and pieces that I don't know how to do. So the simplicity of this is what attracts me more than anything. So basically, what I'm doing is I've become an affiliate. I've activated my account because what I've done is I've put something in my shop, and the company then goes to work to offer this product to others, and I partake of that. So I get customers coming in from what the company does. Yes, I can share this information with others because there are thousands and thousands of others that will want this to use this product as well. Many aren't happy with the privacy laws of the nearest closest rival. Many aren't happy with the security issues. Many aren't happy with the fact that you max out at a certain amount. Irrelevant. The fact of the matter is that we have a product, whether you're going to use it or not, but we have a product that is second to none in the marketplace. And therefore, it's going to be sold easily across the board. Now, okay, I'm not that bad at selling. I'm not a great salesman, but I'm not that bad either. And the fact is that I've now got a company that are going to do the bits that I can't do. So it's going to sell it on my behalf. But it's then going to deal with all the customer support for me. So I don't have to worry about taking the customers on. And then it's going to pay me a commission for every single one that takes on that product, or the next, or the next, or the next. Because, guys, we've got a system here that is going to provide us with over 50 products, and the vast majority of those will have be paid products, and therefore if we then resell them or get the company to resell them on our behalf, we earn a commission. So some of these are going to be paid monthly, in which case we earn a residual income. Some of them are going to be paid annually, so we get an annual income. Some 6 monthly, quarterly. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that every single product they have is going to produce an income stream for us. Every single product. Now, when you've got products in the marketplace that are far superior to what else is available, I know where I'd rather be. So, Collins, final points. What would you like to add in to what we've discussed this evening?
Yeah, I just like, it's like Janet just read my mind. If you look at it, it's really true what Janet have just wrote. OES will provide, reduce cost, time saving, improve user experience, security, reduce password fatigue. We're talking about single sign-on, control for organization, improve productivity. That's true. Scalability, data consolidation, 100% true. As a company, you can be large, small, those who are struggling, ONPASSIVE is for everybody. I always said ONPASSIVE just build, a platform for business to strive. Whatever your issue is, ONPASSIVE will build a solution for you. The only thing I would say is take a look, just come in, sign for free. There is no fee, there is nothing. Just come into the ecosystem, log in, create a free email account, navigate through. And if you love it, great. If you don't love it, delete it. And you said, bye, this is not for me. You are not forced to be in ONPASSIVE. But one of the things I always assure, others, don't make mistake, because whether we like it or not, this is an IT company. It is here forever. It will be here for as long as we think, and one day, God forbid, you'll be using ONPASSIVE product. Can be physical, can be digital. You never know, because they will build and build and build and build until we pass on to the next generation. But it is here to survive. AI is the order of the day, like the way Janet said. Most companies will dive into it. Whether we are not coming, companies are coming in their numbers. And that's where I will leave it, Andy.
I think one of the things that strikes me about the differences between this and what else is out there, whatever company it is, we have a system whereby, so you've been in the software industry for a long period of time, and normally when you set up a project or you go for a project, what happens is that project may last 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and you're paid for that to complete that project. And once you've done, you're out. You've got to find somewhere else to go. Whereas what ONPASSIVE has turned around and done is said, hold on a second, guys. Look, you guys are at the top of your tree with your expertise. We want you for life. So there are going to be thousands of products coming out over the years. We want you to help us, and we want you to stay as part of the business over time. So this is one big difference between us and other companies. But one of the other things that has always struck me is that most companies out there have shareholders, or they have one guy at the top who wants or determines that I must make a profit, I must have a profit. And everybody else in the chain, or everybody else that works for him, is not important, because he's the one that wants to make the money. Whereas we have a system here that says, hold on a second, everybody's important, everybody needs to earn some money, and all of those people that have tried to earn money online, 97% of which fail. Now we're going to make the difference, because we're going to help you to get to that next level. We're going to help you to actually make money. The only sad thing, I think, is that there are an awful lot of people that have originally registered prior to the company launching, and now don't understand or don't see what's going on. And those are the ones I really feel for, because they're the ones that really need to start getting engaged and get back into the fold and find out exactly what's going on. Because this is the most exciting thing I've seen in, I can't tell you how long, Collins. Yeah, honestly, I've been in financial services for 35 years. I know it's longer than you've been alive, but that's, yeah. bottom line is you have to fight for business. You have to fight for business. This is something different that actually says, do you know what, we're going to help you get there. We're going to help you to build your business. We're going to help you see that you can actually build an income, a residual income that is going to far surpass your existing income, or sure as hell your UK pension, which the government in the UK don't want to pay you anyway. So it fantastic. I love it. Absolutely love it. So thank you, guys, for joining us today. We really appreciate that. Please share this around. I'm sorry, Fatima, if you've had problems with listening in to us or seeing us. At least perhaps you could hear us. And my dulcet tones and Collins is sweet. Anyway, thank you very much indeed for joining us, guys. We shall see you again next Tuesday. Hopefully, we shall have some more guests next Tuesday. And you never know who might be on. So keep involved. Thanks, guys.